Boys and girls, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we did what little they know, or what little we know. Basically, we completed the Gamora quest line. You guys really seemed to enjoy that episode, so I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Last episode, I also hinted that we might start a DLC. I was planning on going in order, but if I go in order, that means DLC 1 is going to be Dead Money. Guess what? I do not want to do Dead Money first. So, we're gonna be doing Honest Hearts first, because it's gonna be the best way to entry into the DLC. It's a pretty laid-back DLC, all things considered. It's just a lot of exploring, basically. So if we come into our quests, we're going to activate Happy Trails Expedition and find the Happy Trails Caravan Master. Then we go to our world map. It's going to take us up here to the Northern Passage, which I haven't really discovered anything near here, but we'll go to Freeside North Gate and walk from here. Actually, before we go any further, I'm going to dismiss my companions because they cannot come with me.
If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you.
Benny is super dead, brother. Wait for me at the Lucky 38. Same thing with you. Return base. Does that mean go to the Lucky 38? Okay, yeah, it did. Alright, so yes. We're going to be doing the Happy Trails Expedition for Honest Hearts. We're going to start that. There is a lot of other stuff we can do, but it's time to take a little bit of a break, if we're being honest, from the main wasteland. Real quick before we head in, I made a community post about it, but I ended up deleting it because those of you that saw the post know the video is going to be late. Those of you that are watching the video now, one, probably don't really care about the community post, nor is it applicable, so I just deleted it. But basically, we're a day late on Fallout Friday, because this is going up on a Saturday. Obviously, that's how being late works, because I had to do some traveling to go get my medicine from a hospital, and the hospital I had to go to wasn't near me, so I just didn't have time to make the video and get it completely posted and everything. So if you care why we're late, that's why we're late, but let's head into the Northern Passage. And for those of you that care, I'm fine, by the way. Don't worry about what I just said about the medical treatment and stuff. We head inside the gangs all here, and then let's talk to Jed Masterson, who I think is the same voice actor as Lee from The Walking Dead Season 1.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type. Wait a minute, I recognize you. Yeah, you're Alice McLafferty's rising star, ain't you? You sure you want to be here? McLafferty's non-competes are pretty rigid.
It's neat how they took the time to retroactively add in that dialogue if you've done a lot of stuff for the Crimson Caravan Company, but at the same time, they didn't account for the instance that people did what I did, where we completely screwed over the Crimson Caravan, and Alice McLafferty's probably going to go to prison. But, yeah, we're here to do stuff. Tell me more about the job.
The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day, half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion, plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone.
25 caps a day doesn't seem like a lot, but then again, I don't really know how the New Vegas economy works. Like, I understand getting paid for jobs, and I understand how much, like, weapons cost, but what the hell is minimum wage in New Vegas? Is there a minimum wage? Like, what do the people that work the card tables at Gamora and the casinos on the Strip get paid? What's minimum wage in New Vegas? Is there a Reddit post? Does Joshua Sawyer know? I haven't been through Utah recently. What's the situation like?
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
It is funny that he talks about that, because that's one of the reoccurring themes in the game whenever we talk about Caesar's Legion specifically. The traders in the caravans love going through Legion territory, because the Legion does not fuck with traders. They just protect the roads, and everyone is like too scared to do anything, because if you get caught by the Legion, that ain't good, brother. Tell me about the raiders.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run.
What about the warlords?
Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station fort's walls, thanks.
How about a game of Caravan to kill some time? Nah, I'm okay, man. I've been playing New Vegas for over a decade, and I still don't know how that game works. Let's go to Zion. He's gonna tell me I have to drop off stuff because there's a weight limit.
Just like that, huh? You got guts, I'll give you that. You sure you want to jump in blind? Ain't got no questions about where we're going or why?
I asked you about Utah, and I asked you about the tribes and the warlords. I don't really see what else I would need to know about. But since you insist, let's talk about Zion.
Well, I ain't never been inside myself.
Then why the hell
Did some
would you tell me to
training with
ask?
the Canaanites from their mission there, but that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war, but we got ourselves the location of a pass the new Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
That sounds good in theory, but like if you're on a trail, you know you're on a trail. It's pretty hard to not know the difference between being on a trail and being in wilderness. Yeah, I'm ready to go to Zion. Why did you make me ask if you don't even know?
I bet you are, but you ain't.
My survival is not high enough because why would I ever invest in survival, but I'll go put stuff in this here chest. I think the weight limit's 75. I should have read more. I'm only at 107, so it's actually not that bad. Now, knowing this DLC, because I've played it before, we are not going to need anything that has to do with robotics, because there are no robots in Zion. So we can release the pulse gun. We'll put the Q-35 on ice for a sec. I don't even want the sawed-off shotgun. This is what Kachino gave me. Need an anti-material rifle, because the people we're going to be fighting aren't going to be super tough, nor are they going to have armor. Or a lot of armor, I should say. And matter of fact, that gets us below the weight limit, but I'm going to keep dropping stuff off. I'm not going to need Benny's suit. We'll keep the party hat for a vibe. We're not going to need the sexy sleepwear. I'll keep that in my inventory just because the lockpick might come in handy. And then just to get it out of my inventory, because I'm probably never going to use it, let's drop off these Nuka-Colas. And we'll rock with 62. That should be fine.
I bet you are. But you ain't going nowhere loaded down like a pack Brahmin.
What's the weight limit? I thought it was 75. I swore it was 75. If that's the case, I'll drop all my aid. Alright, I got down to 50. Is this the limit?
I bet you are. But you ain't going nowhere loaded down.
What is the weight limit?
Are you here to... Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit. I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now?
I've been ready, but apparently I had to be under 50. I couldn't be at 50. I was still convinced the weight limit was 75, but maybe that was with the survival check. Anyway, let's go.
Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us. The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home. All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are. Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The new Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back up?
Quest added Arrival at Zion. We got an achievement for starting the DLC. I don't remember that. Follow Jed. Real quick, let's take a look around. This is one of the Jesus, I cannot talk. This is one of the prettiest set pieces in most of New Vegas. Oh, okay. The fighting already started. I thought, like, we could talk to people before that, but no. I guess we were supposed to talk to people before we started. Everyone's dying. They're supposed to die, they're scripted to die. I don't know who's shooting them, though. I guess it's that guy. So anyway, I guess that's my bad, because you were supposed to talk to these people before we started the expedition. You're supposed to find out that Jed is the cool guy. We talked to him. We found out this guy was lying, because this guy has a Pip-Boy, but it's broken, and he doesn't know how to use it, actually. He just kind of wanted the job, so the Pip-Boy came along for the ride. Stella's kind of annoying, and then unfortunately, this set piece is guaranteed to kill everybody no matter what happens, so meh. But let's loot our homies before we go any further. Take a look through the bags, see if anything in here is interesting. Some ammo, a doctor's bag. They give you a decent amount of stuff in case you had to put a lot of stuff away and didn't know what to bring. So if you had no idea what you were getting into before you started the DLC, they do a pretty decent job of giving you loot right at the beginning with everyone dying in these bags and everything. So that's pretty cool of the developers, but it do kind of suck though. Let's see, can I reach that guy's body? Oh, he's too high. Like I said, these guys are going to be very squishy, so even the guns I brought are probably going to be very overpowered for this, just because these guys don't have a lot of armor or health. I'll even take their SMG so I can get some use out of it, and a trail carbine. Trail carbine might be one of my favorite weapons in New Vegas, but you don't really get it till this DLC. That's a banana yucca. Then our homie shows up to help, so let's go talk to Follows Chalk.
Oi, white legs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Your character model is glitching. Who is Joshua?
Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Alright, let's go.
Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Follows Chalk has given you the well-stacked irons perk? I don't know how to pronounce that. While Follows Chalk is in your party, reaching any summit in Zion Valley, such as ranger stations, will reveal all nearby map markers and inspire a heightened state of awareness plus 3 perception for 3 minutes. So basically, he's like... Okay, no. I thought that was like a cliff that went down there. Basically, he's like unlocking the outposts in Far Cry. You get to know all the nearby locations and everything, so... That is Nito Burrito. I'm gonna leave the 9mm submachine guns.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
That because my name is Tuck? It's just corn. That little kid loved corn. I'm okay with it. I'll pass. There's a plane over there. Has that always been there? This is my first time playing this on PC, so like we're gonna see a lot of stuff I've probably never seen before. We'll get to that later because we can't do anything about it from here. But yeah, this DLC is fun. It's just it's an easy.
This path for a while. Nice view of the river.
Sure. This DLC is just it's pretty.
Breeze. Don't move, Russell. How why? Whew. That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yaoguai are plenty mean as a rule.
Despite the bear, this DLC is pretty laid back. It's one of the more chill experiences in this game by far.
You can take the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
The story and the plot of this DLC is kind of also laid back in the sense that, like, there's a lot of talking about a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff doesn't really happen. A lot of the characters you meet in this DLC are kind of, I don't know the correct term, pussyfooted. Like, they want stuff, but they're afraid to do stuff to get the stuff. Anyway, like, I don't want to spoil anything on episode 1, but
Here we go.
a lot of the characters you're gonna run into in Honest Hearts that are in charge of people are kind of like just not great leaders.
Some kind of view up here, eh? If you know how to look, you can spot all kinds of landmarks from up here. Look, I'll show you.
Anyway, let's keep trucking along. Finishing off the thought, though, a lot of the leaders in this DLC want things that are best for their people and themselves, but they just either do the wrong things because there has to be a conflict in the storyline, or they're just genuinely terrified to do things that might put people in harm's way, even though the outcome will be significantly better.
Follow the old road south. Nearly there.
Alright. Sounds good, brother. It is nice that they added some wildlife back into this. This is gonna be overkill. Oh, I lied. He took more bullets to kill than the white legs.
There they are.
The human people you fight in this DLC aren't tough at all, but the wildlife.
You see the dead sentries? Shamans say our enemies' souls are trapped in them. But Joshua, hang on. You're going the wrong way.
Are you gonna force me to go that way? I want to go to the ranger station. The wildlife is supposed to be the tougher enemy. Big Horner, stop. I know you're not gonna do anything.
See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you, I don't buy into that stuff.
Alright, I'd love to hear it, bro. There's also hella banana yucca. Sure. Open this ammo box. Not bad. I'll take all that. If you need survival stuff, this is definitely probably one of the better DLCs if you just need things. I'll let you keep the lever action. I don't want it. That's down there. Let's not go down. Let's go back to the main road and follow it to where Shock wants us to go. Otherwise, he's going to be upset to the point where he's going to be telling us that we're going the wrong way again. This episode is probably just going to be an introduction episode to the DLC. We'll probably go meet Joshua Graham, figure out everything we need to figure out, then that might be it for the first episode, just to keep it interesting. Who are you? Okay, you're a friendly. Lad's life? Sure, why not?
Salt upon wounds butchered everyone in New Canaan and nailed their corpses to the cliffs.
Tough guy. Very tough guy. Alright, let's work down and go meet who we need to meet. Grab some water on the way there, get our health back, as this water's very tasty and not radiated.
These paintings show the dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us.
Campfire, very cool. Bedroll if you needed to sleep, whatever.
Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water.
Did I miss something? Was there not a...
Out somehow, eh?
It looked like there was a green filter whenever I came down here, but it looks like it's gone now, and that's interesting. We could easily just walk by the bear traps, but XP is free, so let's take it. $2 XP a pop, that's totally gonna add up over time. Ah, there we go, the green filter's back. Fallout 3 has entered the chat. What is over here? Fallen Rock Cave, we'll come back to it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think that's one of the caves you're forced to go into, so chances are strong I'm gonna forget about it.
Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave.
I don't think there are any more traps. I think I'm safe now. Dead Horses Camp. Do I have... I'm trying to think. I definitely have Wild Wasteland. Is this where Homeboy runs out? Yep, there he is. Two bears high-fiving. Of course, a reference to the beginning of the game with the picture that everybody said looks like two bears high-fiving, that they added that in as an Easter egg, which is cool, that some people might miss if they don't have the trait or the wild card taken, which I don't see who wouldn't have that one, because Wild Wasteland is like one of the only important ones.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
Intelligence 7, am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no respect. He show you thunder and fire.
I'll make sure to be on my best behavior.
You wise for Auslander.
Well, believe it or not, we're not all idiots. And let's make our way through the cave. Pick the cave fungus on the way by. Yummy, yummy cave fungus, I think. Assuming it works the way it works in New Vegas, or Fallout 3, it might take your rads away.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
A neat little touch that a lot of people might miss, or this might be added in by a mod, but either way, we're going to talk about it. He's wearing an SLCPD SWAT vest. Salt Lake City, that's in Utah, so nice little touch that probably no one but me just noticed, but it is cool. How do you know so much about what happened to me?
The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
I came here with the Happy Trails Caravan Company to make contact with the new Canaanites.
Happy Trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the new Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other new Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
I'm not going to leave without offering to help. What can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
Poor people, they don't know that inside is better. The pre-made building is so much nicer to be inside of than this cave. Also, he said, apologies to my employers, brother. My employer was Jed Masterson, and he is dead as hell. I will see what I can do, though. Why don't you or Daniel do it? Yeah, let's ask that first.
We are responsible for leading and protecting the sorrows and dead horses. They are smart people, but not as worldly as you or I. I am preparing the dead horses for war, and Daniel is preparing the sorrows for other things.
And there is the conflict I mentioned a little bit ago, that Joshua wants to fight to keep the land, and Daniel is kind of being a bitch about it, and he just wants to leave. Although these are warring tribes, and they've been warring for as long as they've probably been, like, able to remember being alive, they don't want to war anymore, even though this could probably be the last war they have to war. It's a really weird concept. It's kind of the one loophole, or plot hole, I guess, in this DLC story, but it does make for a relatively interesting conflict. I will see what I can do.
Thank you. Follow Chalk can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
That adds the quest roadside attraction. And that is the quest arrival at Zion completed. More cave fungus. Forest trap has been added. What else? What else did we get? Let's wait it out.
So I finally
Gone
get to
fishing.
explore all those taboo places without the other scouts yelling at me. Can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be great, bro. Alright, those are the only quests that got added right now. Let's talk to Joshua a little bit more. Okay, we have to get up.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
What did you say about a courier? Who were you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the most. His agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
I've met Caesar, you know. What do you think he would say if I told him you were here?
I think that would put him and you in a difficult position. Caesar has agents looking for me, but he won't admit I'm alive.
Said that?
And even if you killed me, he can't acknowledge that. To do so would be to admit I had never died, that Caesar made a mistake. No, he lives by his lies and shall die by his lies. There is no escaping it.
At what point did I say I was gonna kill Joshua Graham? I never said I was gonna kill you, bro. I just wanted to know what would happen to, like, if Caesar found out where you were. I guess he can't do anything about it, really, because even if he tries to send someone to kill Joshua Graham, that person would know Caesar never killed Joshua Graham, and then the person that killed Joshua Graham would probably also have to be killed. That's just a really weird rabbit hole of people dying. Oh, yeah, I guess nothing would happen. Pray God, what are you talking about?
I am a New Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
Sounds like a good deal.
In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Every day we move closer to our judgment. We must do our best to walk in the footsteps of our Lord and teach others how to do the same. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall.
I wonder if it's ever talked about, like, in a lore setting, or, like, if there's anything in the game that would, like, say, the hell did you get all these 1911s, brother? Where did you find all these, where did you find this many of the exact same gun? Whatever, do you ever fall?
Every day. Some days are harder than others.
Nice guns, let's see if this goes anywhere.
In the Great Basin and Colorado Plateau, all tribes are known for a specific weapon. Whitelegs are known for their big submachine guns, storm drums. They broke into an armory near Spanish Fork and have been using them for years. Of course, the dead horses have their wooden war clubs, and even the Sorrows have their Yao Guai gauntlets. This type of .45 automatic pistol was designed by one of my tribe almost 400 years ago. Learning its use is a New Canaanite rite of passage.
Okay, so, no. He didn't answer my question. He said where the Whitelegs got their guns. Why did the Whitelegs get SMGs and then everyone else gets melee weapons? That's no bueno. Where is this gonna take me?
Right now, I'd like you to...
Okay, fair enough. That's all I really need. I'll talk to this guy a little bit more later.
God be with you.
For sure, bro. For sure, bro. Keep polishing the exact same gun. Anywho, as far as everything I had planned goes, that's about all I wanted to do, is just get introduced to the DLC and Joshua Graham and everything for episode 1. We'll come back for sure. We'll continue on with the quest line that Homeboy wanted us to do in the next episode, but we're going to walk out of the cave at the very least, because this DLC is very short. It's really bolstered by how much you want to explore. Oh my god, it got super Fallout 3 out here. What happens if I stand in the middle of you guys? Oh, they stop fighting if you get in between them. Interesting, alright. Well, boys and girls, as far as this episode goes, introducing to Zion Valley, or Zion Williamson, I guess if you're an Instagram model, that's where we're gonna call it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Once again, apologies for the day late, but there was nothing I could really do about it. You guys want to see the rest of the DLC, or you guys want me to do something else in the game, including mods? I can download any mod you guys want to see me try. If you've made it this far, leave a comment down below and I'll check the mod out. I'll check the quest out, whatever it is you told me to do. I'll just give it a look-see, and then I'll add it to the list of stuff I might do for the game.
All those bottle caps anyway. They jangle like crazy.
I got bottle caps that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. We're gonna call it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed one last time. We'll pick up next episode with the rest of the quest and the pizza.